Hello everyone, this is Lorna, and I'm back with another video for Vanguard Zero. Time for the shutdown arc to continue. Now I do want to acknowledge this dialogue that's being said to me right now. Oh, it's you. I'll be intruding for the time being. You don't have to provide any hospitality, just relax. Just relax. How the hell do I do that? I forgot how. I mean, I want to just be like, I'm joking, but how am I actually joking? I mean, I'm not sure anymore. I think maybe I have forgotten how to relax, and that's why I'm so pissed. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about why I'm so pissed after this shutdown arc is over. And work through some of the shit that's come up during the shutdown arc of all times. Yes, I know that I've got issues, but now isn't the time to work through them. Why? Because this game will die soon. I looked through my descriptions and I noticed that I made a term plural. And did I have to do that? No, I just did. Like by default, I wanted to out myself. I already outed myself once. I can just take a break from that. I may not be able to take a complete break from that, but I can say that in many ways, all the bullshit that happened while G aired, all of it helped me in some way, even though it was painful the entire time. Would you like me to talk about the astrology behind those experiences? Because there is some astrological significance that was happening during this entire time. No one wants to hear about it. I'll move on. I'm here to card fight and record lines. I'm no professional, obviously, but I think that I do add something when I pronounce these, especially when I put words in people's mouths. Sometimes it's hard to do that, but even if it's not easy, sometimes it just comes out. And it's nice when it comes out. It's like natural and shit. I had this idea recently where maybe I could just upload some of my opinions and dissect whether or not they're stupid or not. Yes, I think that would be a very interesting way to explore them and determine if they're wrong. I know that opinions are difficult to actually say are wrong, but there are some opinions that are very harmful to have. And I wonder if I've got any of those. I mean, besides the ones that hurt me specifically. Those aren't the ones I'm talking about. I'm talking about other opinions. Although I should empower myself, you know? That's part of what I'm going to do after this arc is over. Though it's going to take a while because I also have to upload the shutdown arc. I have to upload the entire thing, and only then can I finally begin to upload other videos. Especially videos of me playing Duel Links again. Those... I'm very behind. Very behind. I'm so behind that Zone's rerun has been announced. That's how behind I am. And there are more videos of me doing that event, by the way, just in case you're curious. No one is. No one's curious. You know a person by the name of Ace? Dude, this looks very, is this a gang or something? Looks like an underground gang or something, similar to where... Wow. This is a very interesting part of the, arc, you know? Also a very interesting part of Gears Crisis in general. Because during Gears Crisis, Shion does some shit he probably wouldn't have done before this point in this series. And I think that's very interesting. But also, I did some things around roughly this time in the series that in real life, I was just like, I did a lot of things that I'm not proud of, including being toxic. But we're going to discuss that later, whenever I have time to. Name of Ace? I can't say I do. I see. Hey, hold on. Aren't you gonna thank me? You're on the territory of the bloody angels. You can't just walk out of here. There's a price, you know. Oh, really? Interesting. I didn't know that was actually the last line. Do I have to spell it out? You're not leaving until you've paid us our fee. How about I just kick your ass? What if I don't want to? To put it simply, you'll be in a lot of pain. Oh, pain. Oh, please. I'll be in pain. Oh, that's a laugh. Take that. Just imagine a fight scene going out during this. Ugh. You'll pay for that. I don't think I will. No, wait. This ain't someone we should be messing with. Good. You shouldn't mess with me, ever. There's something I want you to do. Shion, I received a message from Mamoru. He said he saw you with a bunch of nasty-looking thugs. Yes, he was. What are you going to say about it? I mean, he's dealing with some shit. He's fallen on hard times. What are you expecting him to do? Just sit back and let his entire company be taken from him? He's obviously going to try to take it back. I mean, obviously, that's what everyone does when they were born on October 25th. Wait, there are only 2 examples to note here. And yes, I do mean that because I'm not even going to discuss that right now. I'll get to it later. And I've probably said it before. Did he now? It's okay. Nothing to worry about. You're busy with school during the day. Then every night you're out gathering info on that ace guy. Are you sure you aren't overdoing things? Yes, Tokoha. I am. In fact, I am doing just fine. I promise. Honestly, you're worrying a bit too much. I'll be just fine. Oh my god. I'm not even putting words in Shion's mouth. I'm just responding to her like myself. I mean, I know what I said and all that, but I do mean to actually say that. I mean to respond to that because I've heard this. I've heard people saying this to me. They're like, aren't you overdoing it? And I'm just like, no, I'm not. Stop telling me I'm doing that too much. No, I'm good. I'll be fine. You know, if there's anything we can help with, I've also had it suggested to me that I skip the reruns into links, and I'm just like, no. I did what I could to obtain a second shooting star dragon. I'm going to use it while I still can. You know, if there's anything we can help with, I appreciate it. The thing is, I feel like this is something I really have to sort out on my own. Yeah, I felt like that too when I was going through a bunch of shit during this period in my life. It was very tough and I cried a lot, but ultimately I did have to deal with most of it myself. I did have some spiritual support, but outside of, you know, certain beings that not everyone believes in, I really didn't have as much support as I wanted to have. I had to learn to deal with that shit myself, and I did just fine, except for the part where I'm still hurt by it. I'll work through that, don't worry, it's not going to hurt me forever. I mean, honestly, I'll be fine. And now, I was going to say something else. What was it? Oh, right, it was about the reruns, yeah. I'm just seeing how far I can get before the tournament in Duel Links is over. because when the tournament in Duel Links is over, I'll have a rough idea of how much time I can spend on the reruns. Yeah, I'm actually measuring the tournament as a way to know that. Yeah, that's kind of weird, but I admit that I've gotten pretty far. Now, I wanted to be on Season 4 of G by the end of the tournament, but again, that doesn't seem very realistic. Although, I might be at least on the 3rd season by that point. Maybe at least halfway through, that'd be nice. I'm not sure if that's realistic either, but we'll see. There are only 6 chapters for this season, and it's pretty short anime-wise as well. Don't forget, we're here for you, okay? Thanks. Also, when someone says something to Shion every now and then, I'm just like, I appreciate the sentiment. I wish other people were able to express that to me when I was going through so much bullshit and no one was helping me with anything. Well, except for the beings that not everyone thinks exist. Yeah, a lot of people are just like, what are you talking about? They don't exist. Yeah, well, these beings you claim don't exist are why I was able to actually get through this and remain sane. Because as I've already said, everything I went through during this rough period in G nearly drove me freaking batshit. He's really changed, hasn't he? I mean, he's still essentially the same guy underneath. Still has a kind heart, but it's like he's become really difficult to approach. Yeah, that's kind of a stereotype. I'm kidding. Or am I? I don't remember the stereotypes for Scorpio suns. I don't remember them. And yes, Shion is a Scorpio sun. He was born on October 5th. He was born on October 25th, which is, I think, sort of early Scorpio. And October 25th is also Kaiba's birthday, by the way. Although a lot of people may not give a shit. I know. Studio Gallop and the manga authors didn't care after a while either. I wanted to know though. Like, seriously. They stopped making birthdays for Yu-Gi-Oh characters after 5Ds. For a while I didn't even remember that 5Ds characters had birthdays. But it's largely a manga thing. I don't think the anime ever goes into that. Would you look at that guy? Looks like he's unbeatable. Yeah, since I think it's an anime-only thing. I mean, I think it's mainly a manga thing. Because I can't find any birthdays for the characters that are anime-only. Like, we don't know what Sartorius' birthday is because he wasn't in the manga. I'm not even going to bother explaining why Yubel doesn't have one, though, because obviously... I'm pretty sure birthdays for Yubel don't even mean anything anymore. They say he came from another shop to train here, but he's way too good for that. Fun! He's here to have fun, too. He's training himself to have more fun while he wins. Chrono Dragon next stage attacks the Vanguard. I really lost that one. Okay, who's up next? Silence. Come on, Chrono, you're not trying to start a card-fighting massacre, are you? I mean, eventually, people are just going to be like, I don't want to fight you, we lose. Except those people are total cowards. Oh well. Shion's got such a clear idea of what path he's taking. I wish I had a strong sense of purpose in my life. Yeah, he kind of has it prescribed though. Like, he didn't choose that. It's like you get a choice and he doesn't. But I also have a choice and I don't feel like I actually do. Does it really matter? We can start a debate on whether or not free will exists. Don't actually discuss that. I have no idea what my stance on that is. It's a confusing debate. I remember something like that when I was first introduced to you. Something stirred inside me. First introduced... Which... Are you talking about, like, the last season when he showed up? Or what? Because I am so very confused. Didn't that unit act like he knew you? I can't remember. My brain is, everything is swirling around and everything is just jumbled together. I could feel it. I thought that encounter with you was a sign of a positive change in my life. Believe it or not, it was actually kind of enjoyable after a while having to go through so much shit. Why? I don't know. But I was kind of disappointed when it all stopped. Why? Well, because of all the growth. That was nice. That was nice, although after that, another can of worms opened. Yes, another can of worms opened, and I've been dealing with that can of worms for years. Let's see if I can make it to, Anyway, let's move on. I thought I was going to say something else. What was it? Oh, right. I've got so much shit going on upstairs that I should write it down. Because there's so much going on, I can barely only understand it if I write it down. That's how much activity is going on upstairs. And there are so many people interacting with my brain. And you guys may not know it or believe that, but I mean, seriously. I can sense when more than one person has a certain opinion. Does someone believe this? There could be multiple reactions that signify that one person shares an opinion with another one, or any number of opinions that are shared between one or more people. It's very awkward to explain this because, first off, I haven't bothered doing that yet, and second, I haven't bothered doing that yet because I started this shutdown arc. But considering none of the other depend cards have changed, does that mean I haven't developed any further since? Yes, Chrono, go do some protagonist training. Is that what he was doing while going to those shops? Just trying to... Actually, I doubt. But what is he trying to... But how is he supposed to do... What is he supposed to do with those? And then why did Koji give me the Gear Chronicle deck? I'm not sure, but he must have had a motive. And he was able to find your locker, so... That's weird, but... He also knew your address, apparently. And your school? That's very suspicious, isn't it? Now, I do realize that this might be kind of a spoiler, but... Maybe Ibuki was given certain information by someone that actually knows where Chrono lives, and it's not just creepy. Just saying. Though I'm not sure how that person would know where Chrono's going to school. Considering if Chrono does have someone like that would know this information. Like, seriously, I don't get it. He was at an orphanage at some point. I don't really think that it would make sense for anyone to know where he goes to school, and I don't know, there's just so much shit in this series that doesn't make any sense when I look back at it. And that's why I like it. That's why I like this series. Because when something doesn't make sense, that's fantastic. Not everything does. I can't figure it out. After school, Shion went off hunting for info on Ace. Yeah, that's what I would do after school if someone did something to my family. I'm just like, I want info on this person that's trying to ruin my family name. Oh my god, I hope no one actually tries to do that. And I also hope that no one tries to ever destroy my life. I mean, hating on me, okay, fine, but if you're actively trying to destroy my life, that's not just hating on me with words and internet stuff and just making videos insulting me and all that and just talking to friends about how cringe I am. If you're actively trying to destroy my life, I would probably have to actually acknowledge you. I mean, honestly. And no one try that because it's not funny to destroy someone like me. It's not funny, it's not. I'm not sure why some people disagree. I'm not sure why this is an opinion. People are disgusting sometimes, I swear. After school, Shion went off hunting for info on Ace. And Chrono headed out to other card shops to train. Oh, he actually was training, okay. I'm starting to feel left behind. I guess I should be doing something to prepare myself for the G-Quest too. But what? What should I do? Shion's moving full ahead with his plan to restore his family's fortunes. No hesitation whatsoever. Hesitation? What is that? I don't hesitate. Chrono's doing everything he can towards his goal of becoming the G-Quest champion. He's convinced that'll help him discover what path his life should take. But what about me? What do I want? What is my goal? I love Vanguard and I want to continue playing for a long time. But it's not like I want to get involved with the promotion association like my brother. Following in his footsteps is totally not for me. Following in his footsteps is totally not for me. If anything, I want to go do something where no one knows me. Maybe even overseas. Somewhere I could really make a difference. And then what? I really don't know. Why is registration taking so long? Get a move on. Oh right, I'd forgotten it's tournament day at the card shop. But why is it so crowded? Excuse me, can I squeeze through? Misaki? Oh, hi, Tokoha. Excuse me, could I have a form over here as well? I'll be there in a second. Okay, everyone, you're all gonna be able to take part. So let's all calm down. You need to form a line in the same order you arrived here. This will be the front of the line. What are you doing? Oh, leave it to me. I've got this. Woo. How come you were dealing with that all on your own? Jin put his back out. Oh shit, he looks like he's at a hospital now. I'm not sure if that's actually true. I doubt it. But he does look like he's now in serious pain. Kamui had to stay late at school because of bad grades. Kamui, do your homework. Seriously, you're not like me. You're better than this. What am I even talking about? I was passing high school with mostly A's and B's. Yes, well, that's because I wasn't getting a traditional high school education. I mean, I went through all the courses and the years, and I did graduate on time, but I still wasn't doing it in the way other people were. because I have some degree of privilege that maybe does kind of, we're going to move on. Even assistant manager Miwa couldn't make it in because he had other stuff going on, so we ended up having to close the main shop. And then everyone who'd planned to take part in the tournament over at the other shop decided to come here instead. Then everyone who'd planned to take part in the tournament over at the other shop decided to come here instead. Is Misaki saying this or is Tokoha saying it? The game says it's Tokoha, so maybe she's making a simple observation. You know, just a basic assumption. Thank you, Tokoha. You were a great help. There's no need to thank me. It was the least I could do. And besides, this is all I can do. It's all I'm good for. Has this got something to do with Chrono and Shion? Oh no, not really. Everything's fine, honest. Sorry about that. I see, so that's why you feel this is all you can do. I don't have a real goal for my life, like Chrono and Shion. To be honest, I haven't got a clue what I want to do. So it feels a little like you're being left behind. Yes, I felt that way too, actually. That's how I felt before this entire season started. I mean, I actually legitimately felt like that. And astrologically, I was kind of afraid of this period because of, well, stereotypes. Stereotypes aren't always going to kill me, man. Seriously. And in the astrology community, it's actually pretty common for people to complain about Saturn transits. And what does that mean? Well, all you have to know is Saturn transits are very merciless. They're very difficult for most people. And because of that, people like to complain about them. Meanwhile, I felt like I was being left behind by my generation. Everyone was moving on. Everyone was moving on without me. And I was over here fearing that Saturn transit coming up because I know how harsh some things can be, and I was like, I don't think I'm strong enough for that shit. And then all of this happened with G, and I'm like, oh shit. But then after it was all over, I was like, but Saturn represents everything that gives me what I wanted. Why was I afraid of it? Yeah, I guess in the grand scheme of things, it's not really that important, is it? Yes, it is! If you're stuck, then it is important to... Don't downplay your feelings, Tokoha, that's bad. I've done the same thing with mine, and honestly, I have to stop doing it to myself as well. I envy you. You always appear to be so calm and in control. You never seem to have any doubts about what you do. You just do it. I'd love to be confident like you are, Misaki. I'm not really as great as you think. Believe me. When I was younger, there was a time I felt exactly the same way about myself as you're feeling right now. I need water. I need water. What? I did never have guessed. You know, when I was younger, I was a different person, and in some ways, I'm still that person, but there are certain things about me that are going to change because that's what happens when you're alive. Things change, and you change as well along with that. I once thought I couldn't change, but I was wrong. Anyway, I'm sure people that knew me back in the day would be like, I had no idea you were ever going to be like this. And I'd be like, same. Although most people have probably forgotten about me by now. And because I kind of went off the grid grade in high school. And most people that might remember something about me are from my middle school years, and I'm not really sure how many people care about what happened to me. I mean, honestly, I'm fine. I'm fine. Though there might be some moments when you never know what will happen in your life. Like, for example, I sure didn't know what was going to happen to me. Imagine what it was like to be so... Actually, I should just finish this. The video is already over 30 minutes long. I remember watching as one by one, my friends got their lives together, and it felt like I was being left behind. My days were a boring routine of going to the university, and then to the shop. But I couldn't see myself moving abroad, or becoming a professional card fighter, or anything like that. And I didn't want to. But you know, of course I know, you need a reason to push ahead, unless you've got something driving you forward. Yes, I need this too. Like, it may seem like some of the shit I believe is ridiculous, but it gives me a sense of purpose. And like I talked about in an earlier video, when I threw out the shit that I thought was probably bullshit, I lost my sense of purpose. I feel like I have a sense of purpose if I believe what I believe, instead of constantly questioning it. I mean, it felt like that actually did more damage to me. Some sort of goal to reach out for, then it ends up feeling as though you haven't achieved anything at all. But then I wonder, maybe being right here is exactly what I'm meant to be doing. I remember one example. There you are. What are you doing here? Sorry, I never told you I was being transferred to a different school. But I thought it'd be easier if we didn't say goodbye. But that's depressing. We've got Vanguard. Because of that, we're always going to have a connection. What do you mean by that? My mom found out from your mom which neighborhood you'd be moving into. My mom found out from your mom which neighborhood we'd be moving to. My mom found out from your mom which neighborhood you'd be moving into. So, wait a minute. No, I'm not going to say it. So I knew if I wanted to find you, all I had to do was check all the card shops in the area. Okay, that's more than what I would do, but you know, if I was much healthier, I might do something like that. You were right. Here I am. We always hung out together at the card shop, didn't we? So, a card fight? Oh, and by the way, when I have my next dentist appointment, what? Okay, screw that. Why do I keep... Does it really matter if these videos are a bit long? I mean, as long as I don't make it like an hour or some shit, I think I'm good. I should just, you know, try not to ramble too much. I can always ramble in another video. You're right. Here I am. We always hung out together at the card shop, didn't we? So, a card fight? That was when I realized this is a place where people can connect. Just as I met my friends playing Vanguard, other people can meet, play, and become friends too. Working here, I play a part in the creation of those friendships. Oh, that's sweet, actually. And so I finally realized that this was the answer I was looking for. This shop, the second one, was created specifically with that in mind. It's very important to me. But how do I find a goal like that? Just stay true to yourself. The more I thought, the more I was sure that I was meant to stay right here, true to myself. And I must remain true to myself as well, even though it's definitely going to hurt here and there. I can take it. I can learn. True to myself. You decide that for yourself. The one who decides is me, while staying true to myself. Misaki, thank you very much. It was nothing really. I hope you don't mind, but there's somewhere else I need to be right now. See ya! Stay true to myself and I just start doing something. I won't get anywhere by standing around worrying and doing nothing. Just take some action, and then whatever path I'm meant to be on will come to me. You're kidding. It must have been crazy being busy at the shop. You're kidding, it must have been crazy busy at the shop. It would have been fine if Shin hadn't gone and put his back out. Any news? The intel I had wasn't any good. I was positive I was going to be able to find out where Raizu Myojin was hiding himself, but what about Miwa? I was positive I was going to be able to find out where Raizu Myojin was hiding himself. What about Miwa? A dead end for him too. So we still don't know where he is. It can't be helped. Our only choice now is to wait. Just wait? Surely there's something else we can do. No, those were the instructions we had from Koji. Arg! This is so frustrating. Why can't we be out there fighting on the front lines? Raizu Myojin, the person with the only key to stopping his ambitions. The only person with a key to stopping his ambitions is Chrono. And that depends card only starts to have any meaning. That depends card only starts to have any meaning once Chrono gets his hands on it. In order for that to happen, it's essential to ensure Chrono's continued development. And to do that, all three members of Team Tri-3 must become stronger, exactly the same as it was with us. Anyway guys, that's going to wrap things up for this video. I know it was long, but I mean, I hope some people like it. That's why I'm uploading these. I'm not like talking into the void. I know I'm on a public platform.